are the days where we get a Starbucks birthday drink. In are the days where we get a Swig birthday drink. Got a new Stanley to add to the rotation. These are gonna be dangerous. Wow, these are really good. One thing about us is that we have the worst luck with apartments. Good morning, you guys. What is up? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new around here, my name is Hannah. If you're not new, welcome back. Today's Thursday, and I have the full day off of work. It's actually my 28th birthday. Crazy to say that I'm 28. 28 feels significantly older than 27, to be honest, but I feel like I say that every year. Like 27 felt significantly older than 26. 26 felt significantly older than 25, and I feel like it's just gonna be that way for the rest of time. And we're 2 years away from hitting 30 now. That's also crazy, is that we're like gonna enter a new decade of my life soon, but we're not there yet. We're still in our 20s. But like I said, I took the whole day off of work. We have these things called my days with work, which essentially are personal days, but they're days aside from PTO that you can use for anniversaries, birthdays, pet adoption, vet appointments, school functions for your kids. I'm not a big birthday person, but I don't want to work on my birthday. Let's be honest, no one wants to work on their birthday. So I did use a my day to take today off from work. So we have a fun little midweek day off, which is nice. I don't know if you can tell out the window, but it is a very, very gloomy day in Salt Lake City. It is pouring. I think this is actually the first day that we've been here where it's raining instead of snowing in terms of the elements. So that's kind of weird that it happened on my birthday because I actually despise rain, but it is what it is. There's nothing I can do. And apparently it's snowing up in the mountains. So we'll get some good spring skiing conditions in this weekend if it's raining here and snowing there. So it's like the one good thing that comes out of rain and stuff like that here. I don't have too much of a crazy day planned, to be honest. I just want to do things that I want to do. It's 8:43 right now. I woke up around like 8 a.m. and I've just been moseying around the apartment. I'm actually going to go to a workout class at noon. I'm going to try a new workout class called Salt Lake Lagree, which is kind of like solid core, because solid core is Lagree. It's not Pilates. I think that's like something that's mixed up a lot. It's a form of, I would say, solid core, but it's a local Salt Lake City studio, and I'm going to that at noon from 12 to 12:45. I think that after this class, I'm gonna treat myself to Swig. Out are the days where we get a Starbucks birthday drink. In are the days where we get a Swig birthday drink, even though they don't offer birthday drinks. I'm just gonna treat myself to a birthday drink there. That's funny because I opened up my Starbucks app and I do get a free drink with Starbucks, but I think that promotion lasts like 48 hours. So I'll go get like a chai latte or something tomorrow because it'll be Friday. So it'll be a little Friday treat. But today on my birthday, your girl wants like a big 24-ounce Swig. I was in Virginia for the past several days for my sister's bachelorette and bridal shower, and I didn't crave soda at all while I was in Virginia, but I feel like the second that I stepped foot back in Utah, I was like, where's Swig? And I've been holding back all week. Today I'm gonna let myself have a big Swig drink because it is my birthday and I deserve it for existing. Duh. Anyways, I just wanted to intro the vlog. I'm gonna take you guys along through the day and we'll see what we get up to. But welcome back to the channel and I'm so glad you're here. We're gonna be dealing with this bizarre lighting in the apartment all day because it's so dark outside that it's making the apartment really dark. But on the days where the sun is shining, I feel like this apartment gets so much natural light that we don't have to turn on the overhead lights. And I just tried to turn on the overhead light to talk to the camera to see if it would help, and it made it look so orange. Either we're orange or we're kind of dark, and I feel like kind of dark is better than being orange. One thing that John and I do on our birthdays, and I feel like every anniversary, is we do gifts in the morning. Like, we don't really wait till dinner. I don't know. We just have started this thing where we do gifts as soon as we wake up. So I'll show you what he got me. Got a new Stanley to add to the rotation. This is such a fun color. I love it. I love the color orange. It's funny because we also have a blue one now. So we have an orange and blue one, which is very Syracuse coded of us, which is where we both went to school. And then we got, this is like a running joke between us, okay? Before I show you guys this, although you can probably see it in the camera already. Fortnite V-Bucks. One thing about me is I love the Switch. That is like just a hobby that I've picked up over the last few months, and I am weirdly good at Fortnite. Not weirdly, because I play a lot, so I practice a lot, but it's just like a very therapeutic game for me. And I could get sucked into it for hours. For Christmas, I got John V-Bucks, and I didn't really know like what V-Bucks were, how many V-Bucks to get. So I got him like, what was it, like the $35 or $40 V-Buck pack or something? But yeah, for Christmas, because I didn't know how many like points were worth.
Like $50 or something.
50 bucks. Something like absurd, just because I didn't really know how V-Bucks work. And he opened it up, he was like, this is an insane amount of V-Bucks. And I think that he still has some left over in his account. So he got me V-Bucks for my birthday. So I can buy a bunch of like fun skins and stuff. It's a super nerdy hobby that we have together, but I think it's fun. I see what the kids like about Fortnite. I get sucked into it like really fast. New skins coming soon. I've never had V-Bucks before, and I don't really like have any skins that you don't get for free. I'll have to go to the shop later. And then I won't show the amount, but he got me a gift card to get my very first pair of Tecovas. I've wanted to get Tecovas for a while now, and actually that was gonna be my birthday gift to myself this year. And it's funny because we were sitting at dinner the other night and I was like, I think I'm gonna get myself like Tecovas for my birthday this year. And he was like, can you not do that? And I was like, why? And he was like, no reason, but don't do that. And now I know why, because he gifted me Tecovas for my birthday this year. So I think we're gonna go to the Tecovas store at the mall in downtown either tonight before dinner or tomorrow, and we'll do a Tecovas try-on haul. I'm very excited about that because I've been eyeing Tecovas on their website for like the last year or two, and they're just such an expensive cowboy boot. The more I think about it, I'm like, I feel like I would genuinely wear these. Like I would style them with different outfits and they'd be fun to go to concerts or like just wear out and about. I don't know, I feel like wearing cowboy boots more casually has become a trend, which I like, and I think the Tecovas brand in general is like really, really cute. So I'm very excited about that. I kind of already know which ones I am leaning towards. I just want like a staple pair, but you'll have to wait to see. I'm very appreciative and very excited about all of these. I want to clean this out soon to use my new water bottle all day. I just know that I'm about to drink so much water because of this new water bottle. There's nothing quite like adding a new bottle to your rotation and being fixated on it for a few months. I'm about to be the most hydrated person in Salt Lake City. I'm getting ready to run to Whole Foods. We don't really have a ton of groceries in the apartment. I was starving yesterday pretty much the entire day, so I want to make sure that I'm not starving for the rest of the week and the weekend. Since I have the day off, I might as well go to Whole Foods at 9:40 on a Thursday for my Pilates class. I mean, what better time to do it? Hopefully it's not busy. And then I have to run back here, drop everything off at the apartment, and then run to the Lagree class that I booked. So that's my plan for the morning. Crazy birthday day, guys. Crazy birthday day. It must be my lucky day because I got a front row parking spot at Whole Foods instead of having to park in the garage. Thank goodness for that. It is literally downpouring outside. I haven't seen this much rain in forever. Let's do a grocery haul of everything that we got from Whole Foods. Oh my god, we got a lot. First things first, restaurant style tortilla chips for some chips and salsa. Then the matching salsa to go with it. This is really good from Whole Foods. We love the Whole Foods salsa. Then we got turkey bacon. I got some breakfast time chicken mini links from Amy Lou. This is a really, really great brand. It's a little bit pricey, but I eat their chicken sausages for lunch all the time, and we've been loving their breakfast sausages as well. Restocked on some peanut butter. The gluten-free Goodles Chetty Mac. Guys, last time I had this, it was bomb. It literally tastes exactly like Kraft mac and cheese, and I know it's popped off on the internet as of recently, specifically TikTok. And I've tried other gluten-free mac and cheese brands, and nothing compares to the Goodles. So I'm going back to the Goodles. Yerba mate per request.
Thank you.
Speak of the devil. You heard yerba mate and came running. Those are not mine. John likes those. And then we got some peppers. I got some chocolate chunk cookie dough from Sweet Lawrence. I figured we can make some cookies at some point. It's also just good to have, you know, cookie dough in the fridge. American cheese for John. I got Purely Elizabeth honey peanut butter superfood cereal. This is my favorite cereal. It's definitely a little bit pricey. The Purely Elizabeth brand in general is just really pricey, but that's, I guess, what you have to pay for to know that you're consuming clean ingredients. I've tried other cereal brands and just nothing compares. This one is so good. On the Purely Elizabeth mindset, we also got the granola. Then I got a new snack. I've seen these all over TikTok. I think Brett's Bites is the one that kind of made these pop off, but they're Drizzlicious mini rice cakes, and I got it in the flavor birthday cake because very on theme for today. So I actually want to try one of these right now. I've heard such good things. They had like 2 or 3 different flavors of foods, but I figured might as well do the birthday cake because it is my birthday. And they're only 90 calories per 21 pieces. So you could eat like half of this bag and it only be 90 calories. It's like a little sweet treat. Wow, those are really good. Oh my gosh. They remind me of like Lucky Charms or Fruit Loops or something. It reminds me of a cereal that I can't quite think of. These are gonna be dangerous. Wow, these are really good. Oh my goodness. Okay, I could sit here and eat this whole bag. Wait, try these. What? Oh, uh-oh. Is that happening in the bedroom as well? Sorry, I had to take a quick break from the hall because there's water pouring into the apartment from every single window, which the Airbnb host told us that that would happen. They're apparently replacing the windows, but they couldn't get the people in to replace the windows until after we leave. But I don't think I realized how bad it was. Like, the floors are literally flooding from every single window that's in this apartment, which is crazy. Had to take a quick break to put down towels. I hope it just stops raining soon because that is actually crazy how much water was just on the floor in the bedroom. Back to the haul. We have 2 Ollipops, duh. And then I got my favorite yogurt from Siggy's. This is kind of a pricier Whole Foods haul, but I did get a good amount of things. There are just certain things that you can only get at Whole Foods that I've come to realize. Like, I tried to find some of these items at Smith's and they just don't have them. Like my cereal, they don't have at Smith's. Siggy's, they don't have at Smith's. The gluten-free Goodles, they don't have at Smith's. And I don't know if I've looked for Sweet Lawrence. Sweet Lawrence is kind of everywhere, so they might have them, but there are things that I just can't get there that I have to go to Whole Foods for. So every now and then I do a bigger, more expensive Whole Foods haul, but it's worth it because these are just like the foods that I like to eat and that make me feel good when I eat them. So I'm gonna put all these away, go do another round to check the windows to make sure that towels aren't like sopping wet, which they pretty much are at this point, and also check to make sure there's no cords anywhere because my computer cord was like in the puddle of rain that was underneath the window and I didn't even realize that it was down there. So that was great. I hope it still works. One thing about us is that we have the worst luck with apartments. I just don't know what attracts us to crazy apartments. If you remember our Jersey City apartment, it used to rain from the ceiling because we were on the 8th floor and the roof was right above us. And I don't know if there were holes in the roof or whatnot, but it would literally pour into our apartment every time it rained. Over the TV, over all of our kitchen appliances, it was just not good. It's coming from the top of the window, which is weird because there are people that live above us. So I'm not sure like what the deal with that is. Like I said, the Airbnb person did tell us that the windows leaked, but I didn't expect it to literally flood the apartment from every single window that we have. And we have 3 of these big windows. So there's towels in here. There's towels in the room that John's working in, and there's towels all over the living room, which is great.
Okay, starfish is just like that. You're just taking it out.
I just finished my Lagree class, and it literally kicked my butt. I swear, that's probably one of the hardest workout classes that I choose to do. I've never seen my muscles shake quite like they do at a Lagree class. Like, solid core kicks my butt, this class kicks my butt, and then there was one in Denver called Transform that kicked my butt too. It always feels good, but halfway through the class I'm like regretting my decision, and then once I come out of the class I'm like, okay, that was good. But it's one of those classes where you're in it and you're like, why did I choose to do this again? I haven't worked out in like 5 days because I was planning to work out when I was home in Virginia and go to Planet Fitness, but it was just so busy and so chaotic the entire time I was home. There was no time to go to Planet Fitness. My parents even have a gym in their basement. I didn't even have time to go to the gym in the basement. It felt good to move my body and work out today, and on my birthday of all days. Now I think I'm gonna run to Swig and get a drink, which counteracts the Lagree class, to be completely honest, because soda is not good for you. But I just want to treat myself, and normally I would get like a free Starbucks drink, but I have not been in the mood for Starbucks lately. The last few drinks that I've gotten from there have just been kind of gross, to be totally transparent. So I'm gonna treat myself to a Diet Coke with lime and coconut, the Big Al, if you know you know. And then I'm debating whether or not to go to the mall. The mall here is like half inside, half outside, and I think I want to run to Athleta, which is the outside portion of the mall. I have a gift card that I haven't used from Christmas, and I need some new workout tops. I'm kind of running low on workout tops. I think I got rid of a few, to be honest, because it was just like about that time. So I think that I maybe want to go to Athleta and use my gift card and treat myself today. But another part of me is like, do I really want to walk around in an outdoor mall in the rain? I'm not the rain's biggest fan. Normally rain days are like my days to just hang out inside and do nothing, but I have been forcing myself to get out of the house today. First things first is Swig, and then we'll make a game time decision about Athleta. This is what our apartment has sounded like literally all day. I don't know what's happening here, but it's literally falling apart. I'm back in my car. It's a little bit lighter out, so I feel like the lighting isn't that bad, even though this is kind of bad. Post Pilates, I went and got Swig like you guys saw, and then I went back to the apartment, and I was just gonna hang out in the apartment for the rest of the day until John got off of work, and then we could go do something together. But the apartment, literally right next to ours, I'm pretty sure they're doing a gut renovation. And the sound that you heard in that last clip has been going on since, I think like 9-10 a.m. this morning. And it's now 2:40. So imagine hearing that for 4-5 hours straight. I'm losing my mind a little bit. Thank God I took the day off of work, because if I had meetings today, because no one would be able to hear me because of how loud the construction is. Like, that's actually absurd. No wonder when you live in an apartment condo building that you have to jump through hoops to get renovations done. Like, I'm pretty sure there's a very lengthy HOA approval process. This is just what I've heard from people, specifically people that live in New York. So I don't know if it's the same elsewhere, but from what I've heard, it takes a lot to get renovations approved in a condo building. And no wonder, because it literally disturbs the entire building. I hope that this is like the only day of demolition that they're doing. I hope the next few days are them putting in new flooring and cabinets, something that's less loud what's occurring right now, because right now they're taking a jackhammer to that entire apartment. It's actually absurd. So I had to get out of there because I was going to lose my literal mind. I think I'm going to run to Barnes & Noble. I talked about in the last vlog how I am in the biggest book slump that I've been in the past 4 or 5 years, however long it's been that since I got back into reading. And I talked about how I just don't want to pick my Kindle up. So I think that I'm going to treat myself to a physical book today, which I've been dreading doing and I don't want to do because I don't want to like add to the number of things that we have to take back to the East Coast with us eventually. But I feel like one book won't hurt, and maybe it'll get me out of my book slump, and then I can like pick up my Kindle again. So I'm gonna head to Barnes & Noble and shop around for a little bit. I love going to Barnes & Noble literally just to stare at the books personally. I like to go for like inspiration. There's just something calming about Barnes & Nobles. If you know, you know. If you get it, you get it. I'm gonna go and walk around, and I mean, if anything, it'll just be more peaceful than the apartment because there's no construction happening. I get it. They have to renovate their apartment and do what they gotta do, but like when you work from home and you're home all day, it's extremely disrupting and extremely distracting, and I'm not about it. This thing's gonna drive me nuts. Barnes & Noble did what I needed it to do, which was to bring back my curiosity for books. I think I could have walked out of there with like 5 or 6 books that I was interested in reading, but I limited myself to one because I'm using it as like, if I read this one physical book and feel as though I'm in the mood to read more, then I'll just come back. But I need to get through one, and I need to get out of my book slump before I can invest in more books. Or at least that's what I'm telling myself. Like I said, there were a ton that I was choosing between. I think I probably spent like 20 to 30 minutes in there just staring at the same books because I literally couldn't decide. There was this one, it's either Aster or Asher. I took a video of it, but she came out with a New York City romance book that was stunning. I think that there's only the deluxe versions out because I looked to see if there were like there was just like a paperback version or something that was cheaper than the hardback, but I think she's just selling deluxe versions of this book because I could only find like that one deluxe version on Amazon and other websites as well. But it was gorgeous. Like the binding was pink with like little taxis on it, and then if you flipped it open there was like a colored map of New York. It was a gorgeous book, but it was $28, and I was like, I've never read this author before. I think that I just want to buy the book because I think it's pretty, not because I'm actually like super interested in the plot. So I think that it's one of those books that I need to wait until it comes out in like a regular version, if it ever comes out in a regular version, to then attempt to read, because I don't want to spend $28 on a book that I'm not really gonna like, which I guess is the gamble with every book that you buy, but I just had never read that author before. So I went with a tried and true, which is an Abby Jimenez book. This book actually just came out, I think at the beginning of this month or in March. It's Say You'll Remember Me. Abby Jimenez never fails me. I love her books. She's actually an author that I found within the last year or so, and I think that I have read almost her entire book backlog. We're maybe missing one or two that I need to read eventually. She just came out with this book, like I said, so I really wanted to pick it up and read it. First of all, the cover's stunning. That obviously attracted me, and then the inside of the book is gorgeous too. I just like the colors. It's a romance novel. I think she only writes romance novels. There might be no such thing as a perfect guy, but Xavier Rush comes disastrously close. A gorgeous veterinarian giving Greek god vibes, all while cuddling a tiny kitten? Immediately yes. That is until Xavier opens his mouth and proves that even sculpted gods can say the absolute wrong thing. Of course, there's nothing Samantha loves more than proving an asshole wrong, ... Unless, of course, he can admit he made a mistake. But after one incredible and seemingly endless date, possibly the best in living history, Samantha is forced to admit the truth, that her family is in crisis and any kind of relationship would be impossible. Samantha begs Xavier to forget her, to remember their night together as a perfect moment, as crushing as that may be. Only no amount of distance or time is nearly enough to forget that something between them, and the only thing better than one single perfect memory is to make a life and even a love worth remembering. Honestly, the description of this book is a little bit confusing, but I love that the font size is massive. I feel like it's going to make reading this book even better. I'm excited to crack into this tonight. I'm forcing myself to crack into it tonight. I literally just spent $27 on a hardback book, which I don't normally do. I'm normally a Kindle girly, a Kindle Unlimited girly, or a paperback girly, and I cannot remember the last time that I spent $27 on a book, let alone a hardback book, so I have to read it now. I spent the money. I'm gonna head back to the apartment, even though I've only been out for a little bit. We have dinner reservations at 6 p.m. and I just don't think that I'll have time to go to the mall and then go back to the apartment and get ready and then go to dinner. So I'm just gonna suck it up and go back to the noise. Maybe they're wrapping up. Maybe it'll be a birthday miracle that they saw me leaving and decided, hey, you know what? We're gonna stop doing this for the day. Enough is enough. And it'll be quiet. One can hope. Really, because it's so loud in that apartment and I'm dreading going back. World works, now all he thinks about. Guys, birthday wishes do come true. Do you hear that? Silence. You'll love to hear it, or not hear it in this case. Zero meetings on my calendar for today, and that's the most ideal thing that could have happened on a Friday. Love that for me. I forgot that my work computer needed an update, so while it's updating, we can chit chat. I literally dropped off the face of the earth yesterday and didn't take you guys with me to birthday dinner. We went to this steak restaurant in Salt Lake City and it was pretty good. It's attached to the Asher Adams Hotel if you guys are from Salt Lake City or like even familiar with the area, which is like a really nice hotel in downtown. And the steakhouse is called Fleming's. And we just came back here and hung out for the rest of the night, and I started my book, which by the way, really good so far. I'm only 20 pages in, but I have a feeling it might have been a winner. I just like love Abby Jimenez's writing style. I swear she could pull me out of any slump. I don't know why I didn't pick up one of her books sooner, but I wanted to wait until her new book came out, which is why we had to go to Barnes, because it came out at the beginning of April. That was last night, and then I'm gonna take you guys with me through today as well, just because I feel like I didn't get that much footage yesterday. I'm not a big birthday person. I don't know if I talked about this yesterday. I will do like little things here and there on my birthday. Like obviously you guys saw that I treated myself to a book on my birthday, and we went out to dinner, and I took the day off work, but I'm not the type of person that needs to like make a big deal out of my birthday. Like if we were with friends, I'm sure I'd go out to dinner with friends, but I don't do like the whole birthday party thing or make it the whole day all about me. I hope the like vlog isn't too boring. Like I hope you guys weren't expecting to open up this 28th birthday vlog and have a huge birthday blowout, because that's just not my personality. So because we didn't do too much yesterday, I figured I'd bring the vlog in today even though it's no longer my birthday. I was gonna treat myself to a Starbucks this morning, and I opened up my app and I think that the birthday reward situation they changed, because in previous years I feel like you could get your birthday reward the day of your birthday and then the day after your birthday and then it goes away, but I think that maybe Starbucks changed it so that you only get your birthday reward on your birthday. Like you can't save it until the next day, which is kind of a bummer because I probably would have just gotten it yesterday and then gotten Swig today and switched it up, but it is what it is. I think like I said yesterday, I'm not like super into Starbucks these days. The last few times that I've gotten it hasn't been amazing. It's just been super sugary. I don't know, maybe I'll Google it. Maybe Google will tell me something different. Maybe it's like hidden in my app, but I couldn't find it this morning. Obviously I'm working today. Like I just said, we have 0 meetings on the calendar, which is so nice. So I'm just gonna do a few like admin tasks. I missed a couple Teams messages and emails from yesterday, so I'm just gonna catch up. But I think it's gonna be a chill day. And then after work, I think that John and I are gonna go to the mall because I want to get my pair of Tecovas, or at least like try them on and then order them online. I haven't decided which route I'm gonna take yet. And then I also want to bop into, I think, a few other stores like Athleta. I didn't get the chance to do that yesterday, and maybe Lululemon, because there are these spring shorts that I've been staring at for a while. And now that spring is finally here, basically in Salt Lake City, except for today. Today is 40 degrees, but for the rest of the week it'll be 60. I think that I want a few new pairs of springy shorts and like workout clothes. I'm gonna sit here and catch up on emails and everything that I missed yesterday, and then I will check back in with you guys in a little bit. I promise I have moved from this spot. Today, I've actually spent the majority of the day working from the couch because I wanted the heated blanket and it was just nice and comfy and cozy, and since I didn't have any meetings, there was no need for me to have an aesthetic background. I'm getting ready to eat lunch. I'm having leftovers from the steak place. I'm not a big leftovers girl, which I feel like is kind of a hot take because obviously I'm like not in the realm of wanting to waste food, but to me, my ick when it comes to leftovers is the texture. I feel like 95% of leftovers are mushy and just not as good as they are the day of. So unless we go out to a restaurant or something, we don't really tend to have a ton of leftovers when we eat food. Like, we'll occasionally have leftover chicken, which I'll eat leftover chicken. Meats, I don't really mind. Leftover steak, leftover chicken doesn't really bother me. It's more so leftover potatoes. Like if we make potatoes with pepper and onion, I probably won't eat that the next day. Or leftover veggies, because then they just get soggy in the fridge. Do you know what I mean? I'm going on a rant about leftovers, which is extremely unnecessary, but restaurant leftovers are some of my favorite leftovers because it means that I don't have to figure out what to eat for lunch, and I already know the food's delicious because I had it last night for dinner. Like I said, we went to a steak restaurant, so I have leftover steak, and they made these potato things. They're called Fleming's potatoes. They're like potatoes with cheese. I think there's some onion in there. It was really good, and I feel like this will be a good leftover situation. So I'm excited to eat this, and then I think that after I eat lunch, I may take my like actual lunch break from work and go to the gym for an hour. I was gonna go after work, but I think that if we're going to the mall after work, I want to get my workout over with in the middle of the day because I don't want to have to like go do my workout, then come back, take a shower, and then go to the mall. Because I don't know how late things stay open here. Because it's a chill Friday, I don't have any meetings, and honestly I've finished the majority of my work. I'm gonna take my lunch break outside of our apartment. Like I said, it's been very chill to the point where like I can literally work from the couch, which is nice. But I'm gonna eat my lunch. I'm obsessed with my new Stanley. We're drinking all the water today. They're back at it. That's for sure. It literally sounds like they're busting through our walls. It's actually crazy. Thank God for noise canceling headphones. It's actually quite cold outside today. It's only 45 degrees. But I think that this is like our last real day of winter before we're back to the spring weather, because next week it's supposed to be high of 60s, low of 70s. But we're so close. I feel like we're so close to being over the winter weather. Until then, we'll just deal with it. I'm heading to the gym on my lunch break. It's kind of like later on in the afternoon. It's 1:15, which means it's 3 o'clock. So I'm taking my lunch break a little bit later on in the day. But like I said earlier, I just want to like knock out a workout before I get off work, because once we get off work, we're going to go to the mall and then maybe go out to dinner. Although we went out to dinner last night, I want to knock this out now while I have the motivation, energy, and time. I'm trying to get back into a gym routine post Virginia. I'm kind of forcing myself to do this one, even though I'm not really in the mood to do it because I'm pretty tired today. It's about discipline. Purse is literally a mess. I got a new license when I was in Virginia, and therefore I'm carrying around my passport and my temporary license. And because of that, it's taking up a lot of space in my purse. My purse is literally a shit show. I'm gonna stop procrastinating. We're gonna go get this workout done and then come back here after. We have been back from the gym for a little bit, and I just threw together an outfit. Well, I took a shower first, and then I threw together an outfit. Honestly, I don't know how I feel about it. I feel like I'm giving, I think her name is Chessie. It's either Chessie or Jessie from The Parent Trap. That and a little bit of mom. Like, I feel like a 35-year-old mother. A little bit. But I took this blue Old Navy button-up. It's very oversized. I normally wear it in the summer over, like, a bikini or my little athletic dresses. But I kind of had a vision to pair it with these lighter cream pants and then my vejas, and then throw in gold jewelry and then half up, half down. a little similar to what I did yesterday, but I don't know how I feel about the shirt with the pants. I feel like this shirt might just be a little bit too big, but I'm just gonna roll with it and I'm gonna be confident with my choice, and if I don't like it, I don't have to wear it again. You know what I mean? So this is the outfit of the night to go shopping. I think we're gonna leave in like a few minutes and head to the mall. Not sure what our dinner plans are or like plans for after the mall. I think we're just gonna take it one step at a time. I wouldn't be mad about getting like a healthy dinner out, like a salad or a little like rice bowl or something. But like I said, we ate out last night, so we'll have to see. At City Creek. We were there for about 2 hours. Honestly, the majority of that time was spent in the Tecovas store, but we did bop around to a few other stores. I didn't end up getting anything just because I was like a little bit overwhelmed with my options. I need to go back on a day where I'm in the mood to try things on. Today wasn't that day. But I wanted to do a Tecova boot reveal because I am obsessed with them, and also the experience at Tecovas was so great. Would highly recommend, if you're in the market to invest in some Tecovas, try to find a store near you if there is a store near you, because the whole try-on process and just the vibe of the store really made the experience of buying the Tecovas 10 times better. So I think that I showed maybe the 2 pairs that I was in between, but I ended up going with this color. I was always going to get the Annie style, which is the classic Tecovas or women's Tecovas boot style. It's a little bit higher up on the calf, and it just is a little bit more of like a classic cowgirl boot look. So I figured like for my first Tecovas pair, I want to go with like a classic boot, and if I end up investing in some more in the future, I can do like the fun colors. But just for like my first cowgirl boot and like first Tecovas boot in general, I wanted to get like the signature brown, and I was between this one and a different brown that was a little bit brighter and more saturated, and the leather on that one was different. I think she said that the leather on the other one was cowhide and this one is sheep or goat or something, but I know that they were different because they felt different on my feet, and when I asked her about it, she was like, oh, it's because it's a different type of leather. I feel like the lighting in this room is not doing the cowboy boot justice, but they're stunning. And I actually got one of them branded. I got the outside of my left boot strap branded with my initials on them. I just did HG, which is my first and middle name. Fun fact is that if you buy a pair of Tecovas, whether it's online or in store, the branding is free and you can go back and get multiple branding sessions done, if that makes sense. If I decided that I really like the HG so much that I want to go back and get either more initials or numbers, or like they had little symbols that you could get on the boot, I could go back and get it branded for free in the future, and you can go to any Tecova store around the country and get it done for free. She also said that each Tecova store has its own staple symbols. So the one in Salt Lake City, the symbol that you can get branded on it is the trout, but like if you were to go to another store, say I went to the Tecova store in Denver, theirs could be like horns or a banjo or something of that sort. So I thought that that was kind of cool. If like you wanted to collect brandings on your Tecovas boots, you could do the signature brandings from each store, but I just wanted to keep it simple, so I just got my initials done on the outside of them. Also, I will say, if you're in the market for Tecovas and you're thinking about buying, I had to go down a full size in my boots. I'm typically a 7.5 or an 8 in like running shoes, tennis shoes, sambas, whatever it may be, and I ended up going with a size 7 based on the way that she said that they should fit and feel on your feet. I almost went with a 7.5, but like I felt like my foot was sliding a little bit in the boot, and that's apparently not supposed to happen. It's supposed to be like pretty snug up near the front, and then you should be able to lift your heel up about 1/4 inch, she said, which is exactly what happened with the size 7. So I had to go down a full size, which is another reason that I'm really glad that I tried them on in store, because I wouldn't have known that on the website. I probably would have ordered a 7.5 and just not known like that they weren't supposed to fit that way. This was a really great experience, and like I said, I'm literally so excited about them. I cannot wait to style them. I feel like they're gonna be so cute for the summer. And then also she recommended that I buy the boot socks that come with them. I think these are technically meant to be worn with your boots with jeans, because they do come up pretty high above the boot so the leather doesn't rub. If you have them up high, obviously you can see the sock, but you can scrunch it down if you're wearing it with shorts. So they convinced me to buy the boot socks. They're like just basically thicker padded socks specifically for cowboy boots. They're breathable, they slip into the shoe better, and they're a little bit more cushioned than a normal sock. So she did convince me to invest in the cowboy boot socks as well. I tried on the boots with the socks. That's how I knew I wanted them. Yeah, it was great. I'm literally so excited about these. I'm gonna keep them in the bags in the box for now because I do not want them to get damaged. I'm gonna treat these like my babies until I wear them. And also, another cool thing that Tecovas offered that I didn't realize, I feel like the sun's going away and it's getting darker in here, is that you can get a free boot cleaning at any store whenever you want for the lifetime of the boots, and it's free. I think I already said that. I asked like what the process was for that, and she was like, you literally just drop the boots off at the store. People will like come on their lunch break, you get them clean, and then you can take them home, and it's a pretty quick and simple process, and you can get it done at any Tecovas store, which is so nice. Like if I wear these and it's muddy or something, I can get them cleaned for free. That was amazing. I am obviously very grateful that that was my birthday gift from John, because like I said, I was literally just gonna buy them for myself as like a birthday gift to myself, and then he was like, can you not do that? Because I was already planning on doing that. That was really sweet of him. He did not have to do all of this, but I've been eyeing these boots in the Tecovas brand for years, so I'm very, very excited about this. And I feel like because we've been spending so much time in the Midwest, it's about time that I have my own pair of cowboy boots, you know? For the rest of the night, I think we're staying in because we're planning on going skiing tomorrow. We're doing rotisserie chicken and rice for dinner and just gonna hang out and chill. I'll probably attempt to read some of my book. I feel like that's probably the right thing to do since I bought it. It is a good book. I just, like I said, I haven't been in the mood to pick up books. I need to force myself to do that. I'm gonna go ahead and end off this vlog here. Might as well end it on a really fun note, doing the Tecovas haul. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my little birthday vlog this year. I don't typically vlog my birthday because I feel like I don't do anything crazy, and as you guys saw, I didn't do anything crazy, but I just think that it will be fun to look back on the memes of my 28th birthday in several years from now. I hope you guys enjoyed coming along with me for the last couple of days. If you did, make sure to subscribe down below, give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.